Hello, everyone. This is a look into my new scientific manuscript and report writing pocket guide, just to give you an overview of what the different parts and what the different chapters are going to be about. So to start, I wanted to give an overview on why the writing process is such an important skill to work at. So while we all know that there are parts of writing that can be really frustrating, having a finished written piece that you can disseminate to others can be a really exciting thing. So for one, it allows you to learn something new. So when I'm writing, I feel like I have effectively learned a new topic when I actually have the ability to write about it. Second, as you're writing your works, the next step for you is likely going to be to submit your work to a journal, a grant agency, a conference, or a website. All of these avenues are going to allow you to share, promote, and engage others in your work, which can be a lot of fun and also allows you to gain visibility as an expert within your field. Third, in the development of your written products, you will enable yourself to gain new skills that will help with career advancement. So basically in any scientific career that you're going to pursue, there's going to be some type of writing involved. So being able to get those skills down is going to be good for career advancement. So taking all these points together, writing is obviously a really important skill set to have. And so with this background in mind, I developed a pocket guide to make the process a little bit easier. So this pocket guide is split up into three main sections. The first is about writing organization basics and just some tips for when you're actually getting started. The second part is about crafting the different sections of your manuscript. And then the third part is contains some considerations for when you're working through the last stages of writing. So to start, the beginning of the guide has some tips on the actual getting started with the writing process. I think we've all stared at a blank page and didn't exactly know where to start. So I have tips on getting that first word on the page, and then also some considerations for timelines and trying to keep on track with your writing project. This section also has a chapter on identifying a journal and what types of things you should be thinking about when you're identifying a journal or a couple journals that you could potentially submit to kind of guide what kind of content is going to be in your article. And then this section also has a chapter on authorship. So there's going to be lots of different people that you work with throughout the process of a project. So being able to determine who's going to be an author versus who's going to be acknowledged in the acknowledgement section is a really important part of the process as well. The second part of the guide is basically a chapter is going to be dedicated to each of the major sections of a manuscript. So there's a chapter on your title and abstract, the introduction, the materials and methods, the results, tables and figures, the discussion, as well as some guidance on literature searches and reference management. The third part of this guide is dedicated to the final stages of writing. So here I have two chapters focused on self-editing. And then I also talk about writing a letter to the editor. So this is the letter that you're going to write when you are actually submitting your article to a journal. I have some tips for the actual process of submitting your manuscript. What happens during the editorial process. So oftentimes we submit our article and we don't really know what happens. So I talk a little bit about the peer review process after submission. And then I also talk about responding to reviewers, our favorite part. And basically in this chapter, I talk about what types of comments that you should expect to see from reviewers and then how to address them. And then I also have two chapters dedicated to basically if your paper is accepted or if it is rejected, and then what steps come after that process. So this guide is going to be available next month in October 2021. If you're interested in learning more about the guide, see the link associated with this video, and thanks for watching.